cops suspended after they decided to arrest a blind man for absolutely nothing. We brought you this story just a few days ago. Now there's discipline. Let me remind you of what happened. Here it is.
Hi there. Hey. What's this in your back pocket? I just saw you walking it.
The navigational aids. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Yeah, I am actually. What's your name and date of birth?
I don't have to give that unless
yes,
I'm
sir. I was investigating.
You have reasonable.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now? Yes, sir, I do.
What is your suspicion?
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't
have you ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a to me.
Well, you're being one to me.
No, sir, I'm doing my job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put
supervisor,
you in? He's
please.
right here.
All right.
You don't.
Sir, what's the stop you for?
Or a walking stick.
And it could look like a weapon. She asked you to present it, okay?
Now she's asking me for ID.
Okay.
I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion that I have committed a crime and committing a crime or about to do a crime.
Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking you for your ID.
Nope, doesn't work that way, officer. Bearing arms is a constitutional right, which means it cannot be the prerequisite to criminal suspicion. That would be like you voting, exercising a constitutionally protected right, could grant cops the ability to say that is suspicious behavior. No, it's constitutional behavior. Number two, the interesting dynamic about what you just saw happens every day in law enforcement. The supervisor sets the tone for management. The reason why she was comfortable acting that way is because his leadership protects it. Hand in glove situation. Then they arrest a guy. Here it is.
Okay. You deserve it.
He gets arrested for resisting arrest, but he was not under arrest. All right, let's put up the picture full mass of the tyrants, as one officer described herself. The involved officers were Deputy Jamie Goad and her supervisor, Sergeant Randy Harrison. They will now face suspension without pay after arresting a 61-year-old legally blind man who was simply carrying a cane. The deputy involved will be suspended without pay for 2 days. Her supervisor will be demoted immediately, suspended without pay for 7 days, and will not be eligible for any favorable action, meaning promotion, etc. Both for 2 years. Both the deputy and her supervisor will have to undergo civil rights training. Now, here's what I'm going to do, okay? Let me take it directly to what the sheriff said and how he addressed it.
That day for Mr. Hodges to complete a sworn statement at a later date upon his availability. The administrative investigation concluded the afternoon of 11/7, and allegations of policy violations against these two deputies were sustained. As a result of these findings, Sergeant Harrison will be demoted immediately, suspended without pay for 7 days, and will not be eligible for any favorable action for 2 years. Deputy Goody will be suspended without pay for 2 days. Both deputies will be required to undergo remedial training pertaining to civil rights.
That's your problem. They clearly should not be cops. We covered something that was done by the former mayor of Ithaca, New York. We had him on the show. And he talked about how they created a program that literally virtually eliminated these types of aggressions against their community. What did they do? Very simple. They mandated psychological exams and a lie detector test for those who qualify to be cops. 75% did not pass. The 25% who did, 100% of them never gave the city an issue with the community nor a lawsuit, okay? Some semblance of justice, however, not harsh enough. They should not be suspended, they should be fired. They need to be something else, not cops. All right, Dan, thoughts?
The only other thing I think I disagree with in this entire story is that blind man was indeed armed with his rights. He knew exactly what was going on. He knew exactly what would happen or what the situation would look like if there were a probable cause for him to be arrested, if there were a justification for him to be arrested. But he even demonstrated, okay, I see that your concern or suspicion is that I have a weapon. As you can see, this is a walking stick. As I can demonstrate for you, I am blind. There's no reason for you to take my identification. There's no reason for you to waste my time or your time / my resources as a taxpayer. So go on, get to step in. The fact that the supervisor and the deputy continued on anyways because they're on their clear power trip. Yeah, it shows that there need to be better ways of weeding people who just want to play out their bully fantasies on the streets, again, with taxpayer money. I think that part needs to be always emphasized as well.
I wanna highlight one last element of this story because it's important to the record. Okay, according to the arrest report, right, the official report, Officer Godey, Deputy Godey, stopped James Hodges of Lake City, a town west of Jacksonville, in the early morning of October 31st. Remember, he was coming back from jury duty. After she saw him enter a crosswalk as a traffic control device indicated not to do so. That's contrary to her submission to the man who was arrested. Where's the violation of oath of office or filing a false police report? Where's that charge? Where is that allegation? It's not there. We found a contrary statement on the record. Deputies, sheriff,